To connect to Providence, Mayor Brett Smiley here with us to talk about what's going on in the capital city. Tonight we are discussing crime, homelessness, and a new lease for the WaterFire Arts Center. Mayor, always good to see you.
Happy to see you too. Happy holidays.
You yourself as well. Let's talk a little bit about first. We want to get to WaterFire, but first let's talk about the latest incident on the campus off of PC. The last time you were here, we were talking about it as well. And I'm just wondering, at what point does the administration have a conversation with the school and say, what's going on? This is a Catholic university.
Yeah, so the incident over the weekend could have been much worse. And thank God the students, and this is a message to the community, something happens, call 911. If they had waited any longer, those kids might have died. Right. The work of Providence Fire was heroic. They saved lives that day. And because of our Good Samaritan law, you should never have fear about calling. Right. And credit to the work of the Providence Police Department for bringing then in for charges within 24 hours the 3 individuals who had sold the drugs to those students. But just like the other incident, this did not actually occur on campus, although it did certainly include students. Right. And certainly the institution, every one of our colleges needs to have a real serious conversation around student conduct and about health and safety. I mean, this to have a tainted drug supply is deadly. And so that's an important opportunity for parents to talk to their kids, schools to talk to their students, and certainly for folks to know that if you're involved in a situation where someone is experiencing an overdose, to call 911.
Point taken. The last time that this had a big party and somebody jumped on somebody's car, it wasn't our kids. Now kids overdose, it's not on our campus. And I've covered this for years. Yeah. I'm just wondering, does the school get special treatment from the city and police? Does it get treated differently than other schools might? I just feel like there's this...
Yeah, well, the Halloween party was in fact not PC students.
There was not one PC student?
Not in any of the individuals who have been arrested.
Right, but you can't say that all those kids there was no PC students.
Right, but we don't have any reason to believe that any of the PC students committed any crimes that night. We've investigated that incident thoroughly. The students from last weekend, in fact, were, and that was an off-campus party. I'm not absolving the institution from responsibility.
Yeah, because your taxpayers live off campus and they have to live.
Of course, but it's also not fair to say that anyone who was near the campus, that becomes a campus issue. This incident was, in fact, students. Right. And I've been in close contact with the college, and they do need, in fact, to do more to educate their students, to take responsibility for that sort of behavior, which was truly life-threatening.
Right, and unacceptable.
Yeah.
Okay. Overall crime, down?
Very much so.
Okay. What do you think is the reason?
It's a couple things. So first, in my time in office, I've been in for 3 years now. We've done 3 police academies in 3 years. The previous mayor did 3 in 8 years. We are now getting close to proper levels of staffing, and so we're actually able to cover the community as it requires. We've got great leadership in the department. We're using more technology, which allows those resources to go even further. But we're not just policing our way out of crime in the city. We're also doing a lot of other initiatives, including violence intervention programs in our schools. But the fact of the matter is that we are at all-time record low crime. Last year, we had the lowest level of violent crime since we started tracking data in 1990, and this year, we're 15% below last year. There's only been 2 homicides in the city of Providence this year.
Homelessness, it's that time of year. Yes. There's a lot of spotlight on it. I know statewide, they're redoing the number counts. Where do we stand in the city in terms of housing and the housing for those who don't have homes?
Yeah, so as we've done every winter, we've made additional resources available through the city budget to fund emergency shelters during the winter. We actively participate with the state, who leads this effort to allow for emergency shelter beds throughout the state, of which we host more in Providence than any other community in Rhode Island. And we believe we have enough beds to care for our community through the winter.
All right, let's talk about the news that made headlines today, which was the WaterFire lease. So basically, in essence, the city bought that building, a very large building, for $4 million. You're going to lease it back to WaterFire for $1
yes.
A year. It seemed as popular as WaterFire was, but this was almost an overreach for that building that's not even close to the river. You and I have both been to events there.
Yeah.
It's a big building, so and it seems as though they can't keep it afloat, no pun intended.
Yeah.
So how do you take it from them, you get $1 from them, and now what about if events rent that place out? Does the city make money?
No. So WaterFire was in dire financial
Yes.
situation, at risk of not making payroll. WaterFire is a critical anchor arts institution for the city and for the state. And so we stepped forward in a way to try to help them out to ensure that WaterFire survives for the next generation. I'm very excited that we were able to do that. The only asset really that they have was that building. And so we purchased the building. The value is substantiated by an independent appraisal. We paid fair market value for the building. Taxpayers in Providence are protected in that we now own the building. It wasn't just a donation to an arts organization. We've now purchased an asset that the taxpayers own. We turned around and leased it back to them, truly for $1, because we want them to be successful.
Right.
But it is still WaterFire's responsibility to care for the building, to maintain the building, and they have the opportunity to make money when
By
people rent it out,
which they do.
which will then subsidize. Keep in mind, WaterFire is a free public event. It's
Right.
not a
I'm
great
just-
business
right.
model,
Well,
and
well,
so
that's what I'm
this is a
saying.
way
And-
in which they can subsidize
And
their
there's some
organization.
people that will say, why is it, we understand why the city is getting involved because it attracts a lot of people. It's
Right.
known national, if not internationally.
Right.
But is there a point where you say to WaterFire, okay, we got to do something different here?
Well, we had a lot of those tough conversations before we decided to purchase the building. We
Okay.
wanted to make sure that we knew and believed that they had a path to sustainability on a go-forward basis. They got hit hard by the pandemic. Corporate donations dried up dramatically. They took on some debt.
Right.
This allows them to pay off the debt, to have capital reserves, and to operate in a more sustainable fashion going forward. One of the ways in which they will do that is by earning rental income from that building.
All right. I do want to point out something that was got a lot of positive response, which was all of the holiday festivities that took place. I believe we have video of the holiday tree lighting at City Hall and all the markets there. Well, anyone I talked to who went said it was a fantastic event. I just have one simple question.
Yes.
Why was Miss Rhode Island chosen over me to light the tree?
Well, hope springs eternal. You can come back next
Was
year.
it a looks matter? She's a lot more attractive than I am?
I mean, she's a winner. You're just an
I'm just a
aspirant.
loser.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Mayor, thanks so much. Good to see you. Happy
Thank
holidays
you.
to
Happy
you.
holidays
Yours.
to you,
Appreciate your
too.
time. Emily?